Hi everybody, I'm Susie and today I'm on duty with the Phillips Handcart Company, and this video is the first in a new series we're doing to help leaders plan and carry out awesome stress-free treks. So if you or anyone you know will be doing a trek soon, feel free to share these fun little videos with them, okay? These are really going to help them. Okay, today I'm just going to take a couple of minutes and introduce you to the Handcart and also give you a couple of tips for avoiding toe, finger, and fender traps. That's right. Handcarts are full of nasty little pain traps that can really hurt. So this video will help you stay pain-free. All right, it's off season now, and I'm here on site with some of our handcarts. These carts are designed specifically for youth treks, so they're not exactly authentic, which is actually a really good thing if your goal is to have a stress-free trek, right? I mean, ask anyone from the Martin and Willey companies if their authentic carts were the least bit stress-free, and I guarantee they'll highly recommend using these carts instead of what they used. Now, we've made a few important safety modifications on our carts, as well as practical alterations. The first thing that you'll notice is our carts are bigger, deeper, and heavier. Empty, these carts weigh over 300 pounds, compared to the original 60 to 70 pound carts that crossed the plains. We also made them deeper, and that's to make them easy to load and keep them loaded. And that's because over the years, we've seen how hard it is to keep gear from toppling over the edges. On some of the other trek carts that people have used, our carts are deeper for easier loading. Our boxes are also a little bigger because the idea is to have boxes big enough to accommodate 9 to 11 trekkers per cart without overloading. Another thing you'll notice is the length of our drawbars. Originally, the pioneers had their handlebar right about here, but as the women pulled the carts standing right here, their dresses would get caught under the wheels and they'd get dragged under and seriously hurt. So we've increased the distance between the box and the handle to keep the girls safe. And if you compare our handles to most other carts available today, you'll notice ours are much longer. And that's also for safety and practicality. Our bars are 8 feet long, so you can get 4 people pulling out here in front, instead of just 2. In addition to more pulling power going up hills, the main idea is we want to keep trekkers away from the wheels because the wheels are the biggest danger zone there is. So by giving the trekkers a safe place to push or pull up here or back here, toes and fingers will be kept safely out and away from the pain traps. Now, having said all of that, that brings me to the fender trap. These bars are long, but trekkers, bless their little ambitious hearts, with all their energy and enthusiasm built in, they're hardly ever cognizant of things beyond their peripheral vision. They tend to have a mindset which is ready, set, go. And so we've seen a few run-ins with fenders, taillights, and trees. Not only will that break the bar, but without question, it will take out the light and dent a fender or whatever it hits. So just remind your kids to be cognizant of the bar length, especially when maneuvering around parked cars, at your staging area, or trekking through trees on the trail. Now, each of our carts come with an extra drawbar and a 20-foot, 1-inch cotton rope. So the first thing you do when setting up your cart is, if you'll be trekking uphill first, rig the rope and the bar out here in front of the cart, like this, over and under, over and under. Then slip the bar through the loop like this. This creates an extra yoke for more pulling power uphill. And here's a woman's pull tip. These yokes can be double and triple yoked if your hill is too tough for your single family to get up. Your trekkers are smart and they'll probably figure this out on their own, but if they don't and you really are struggling, lead by example. And once the first cart gets up the hill, take that yoke off and run it back down the hill to help the next cart up. Believe me, they'll quickly catch on. Now, for downhill, you'll need brakes. So take the rope off the front and bring it back and rig it on the back, through and out the bottom corners like this. Then slip the bar through the loops and now you have a great safe braking system for heading downhill. Okay, just a couple of more tips. Load your water jugs in the back for easy access. When stopping, lower the drawbar down slowly. Don't drop it. Don't drag your ropes because cotton frays. When going uphill, make sure both wheels are carrying equal weight. In other words, you don't want one wheel lower than the other, bearing more weight than the other wheel, because that stresses the hubs and can break the wooden spokes. And replacing a wheel is extremely expensive, so if you're on a hill and you need to stop for a rest, be sure to chock the wheels like this. Don't turn the cart sideways to stop, okay? And never use duct tape on the carts. If you have a flag that you want to attach to the cart, zip ties work great. But duct tape is impossible to remove and it leaves a residue, so please don't use it. And finally, if you plan to do a river crossing, please check with us first. We usually approve river crossings, but only for brief, shallow crossings, like less than 8 inches deep and less than 20 to 25 feet across. And that's because long, deep crossings can cause water to get into the hubs, which requires expensive repairs, and any damage cost will be your responsibility. So just check with us first, okay? And you know, to be historically accurate, back when the pioneers crossed rivers, their carts only weighed 60 to 70 pounds, so they carried their carts across the water. And that's because they knew water and wood doesn't mix, and they really didn't want to risk damaging their carts. So they didn't drag their carts through the rivers, even though some pictures give you that false impression. So anyway, keep that in mind as you plan. Now, we add new carts to our fleet each year, and this year we're adding new rental outposts in more states for cheaper rates than ever before. If you need handcarts either in Utah or outside of Utah, give us a call or drop us an email and we'll work with you to get you the carts that you need. And that about wraps it up for this first video on how to plan and carry out an awesome stress-free trek. To ensure that you get the rest of these free videos, be sure to like us at facebook.com/handcarttrek. And for a free trek planning kit, go ahead and visit handcarttrek.org. Okay, so in the next video, I'll show you how to find tons of happy trails that you can trek for free just about anywhere in the country. So I'll see you in the next video.